Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. You're not going to believe what's circulating around the NFL rumor mill right now. It's got the entire league talking, especially those of us who bleed green and gold. It's a trade scenario that could reshape the Packers' offense for years to come. And honestly, it's one of those moves that could define a new era for Green Bay. The buzz is all about Tyreek Hill, the electrifying wide receiver from the Miami Dolphins, possibly heading to Lambeau Field. Yes, you heard that right. And it's not just idle chatter. Insiders like Adam Schefter are murmuring that this could actually happen. The Dolphins, currently struggling at 3-7 with their offense averaging just 21 points per game, might be looking to offload Hill in a rebuild. And Green Bay? Well, they're sitting on roughly $15 million in cap space. And with Jordan Love leading the charge, adding a weapon like Hill could be the spark that ignites their playoff push and potentially a deep run into the postseason. Let's break down what this would actually mean for the Packers. First, the impact on the offense would be monumental. Tyreek Hill, with his elite speed and ability to stretch defenses deep, would immediately make Green Bay's passing game more explosive. Last year, Hill caught 21 passes on 29 targets for 265 yards with an average of 12. 6 yards per reception, and he scored a touchdown. His yards after catch average of 5 yards per reception, and a YAC ranking of top 5 among wide receivers in the league highlights just how dangerous he is once he gets the ball in his hands. And with his track record, his career total surpassing 0 yards and 70 touchdowns, Hill is a proven game changer. He's been a multiple-time All-Pro, consistently ranking among the league's best, and he's no stranger to big moments. What makes this even more tantalizing is Hill's ability to create mismatches. His speed alone can force defenses to recalibrate, opening up space for the likes of Christian Watson and Jaden Reed, if they're still part of the roster, while making it harder for defenses to double-team anyone. For a Packers offense that's been a bit inconsistent, especially in the passing game, adding a weapon like Hill could lift their efficiency significantly. Projected stats suggest that with Hill, this offense could see a boost of around 20% in aerial efficiency, with an increase of roughly 900 yards over the season. Not to mention the explosive plays, big chunk gains of 20 yards or more, that Hill is so adept at turning into touchdowns. That's a game changer, especially in tight matchups where every play matters. Now, on the flip side, the Dolphins are facing some tough decisions. Currently, they're operating with a cap of about $5 million, but they've already shed roughly $25 million in cap space for extensions, especially on their defensive line. This suggests they're prioritizing youth and rebuilding their roster around Tua Tagovailoa, who's been impressive when healthy. Their defense is giving up around 6 points per game, so they're clearly looking to retool and add draft picks to develop the offensive line and bolster their defense. Trading Hill could free up significant cap space and draft capital that they can use to build a more sustainable team, especially considering their current struggles and the need to focus on a longer-term rebuild. For the Packers, acquiring Hill would be a seismic shift. Not only does it give them a legitimate deep threat that defenses must respect, but it also allows them to stretch the field, opening up running lanes and play-action opportunities. Green Bay's offense has been decent but inconsistent, and adding Hill could elevate their scoring potential and overall efficiency. At 5-3-1, they've already shown resilience and the ability to compete, but with Hill, they could take that next step and become serious contenders. His ability to generate big plays, over 15 explosive plays of 20 or more yards this season, could turn some of those close games into blowouts. The effect on the passing game would be immediate, with the potential for a 12% or higher increase in completion percentages, and that's with Jordan Love still developing. Let's not forget about the strategic implications. Hill's presence would force defenses into a dilemma, either double him deep and leave other receivers open, or try to contain him and risk giving up big plays. Speed also helps control the clock, as he can turn short passes into long gains, adding about 4 extra minutes of possession per game for Green Bay. That's crucial in a league where maintaining control of the game tempo often makes the difference between winning and losing. Plus, with Hill's history of staying relatively healthy, he's played 4 games so far this season without major injuries. The Packers could rely on him as a consistent offensive weapon. Of course, it's not just about immediate impact. This kind of trade signals a shift in franchise philosophy. For the Dolphins, it's a clear move into a rebuild mode, shedding some cap and draft assets to reset their roster. For the Packers, though, it's about making a statement, showing that they're not just content with competing, but aiming to be Super Bowl contenders. The odds could shift dramatically. Betting markets currently have the Packers at about plus 1,500 to win the Super Bowl, but with Hill on board, those odds could improve to plus 600 or even better. That's a huge boost, and it makes Green Bay a more formidable threat, especially in the postseason where explosive offenses often make the difference. Now, imagine Hill lining up alongside Christian Watson, creating a duo that defenses can't keep up with. The Packers' passing game would be elevated to elite levels, and Love's development would accelerate with a true game-breaking receiver. His ability to stretch defenses, combined with the Packers' existing core, could push Green Bay into the top tier of NFC teams. And don't forget, Hill's presence would also take some pressure off the run game, allowing the Packers to diversify their offensive attack. That balance is key, especially as they try to keep defenses guessing. As we look ahead, the potential trade is still just speculation, but it's one that has fans buzzing and insiders paying attention. The Dolphins are in a tough spot, trying to salvage their season and plan for the future, while Green Bay sees an opportunity to reinforce their roster with a proven superstar. If this deal materializes, it could be one of those turning points that define a season, maybe even a decade. The NFL is all about moments, and Hill's arrival in Green Bay could be the spark that ignites another Lombardi Trophy chase, leaving rivals scrambling to keep up with the speed and explosiveness that Hill brings to the table. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. Do you think Hill is the missing piece for a Super Bowl run? Or do you believe this is too risky or unlikely? Whatever your thoughts, make sure to share, because this is the kind of conversation that keeps us all fired up. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. We're in this together, and the future looks exciting, especially if this rumor turns into reality. Let's keep the faith, Packers Nation. Because when it comes to chasing that Lombardi, we do it with speed, passion, and relentless determination.